Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony again. Today, I'm here with you to introduce a very new and effective tool, or in other words, it will be called as add-ons to proctor online assessment. Now, as you remember, last year during the same time, we were stuck with the lockdown and we had to shift all our assessments to online mode, and all the faculty did great job, and everybody learned Google Forms and they built their own question papers. Now, this time also, unfortunately, we have fallen to the same situation, and as per the advice of the academic team, we are supposed to carry on our assessments online even this time. So, we will be following the same tools. In addition, if any staff wants to have a proctor attached to the assessment, which is also called as a digital proctor, they can always do it. That is the one which I'm going to introduce to you right now. So I will be not wasting much of your time. I'll just straight away take you to the screens and show you how we can go about that. Now, all we need to do is just log in into our Google accounts where we are building our question papers. And it is an advice like you can have a separate Google account for all your tests so that your space is safe, and you can also use the question papers at any time. Otherwise we will forget things where we have placed and what we have done. So as I have created my own Google account for the examinations account, so I'll be showing you the clear demo of how we will associate this proctor to our Google form. If all the procedure remains the same for building question paper in Google form, you can refer to my old video if someone has really missed out. I will also give the same link in the description of this video, or like how to build a question paper in Google Forms, and also make the MCQs auto evaluated, and the evaluation process for the short answers will be done by the staff. So those things can be referred from my old video, and today I'll be showing you how to attach a proctor to that same form so that the proctor oversees all the cheating or other means of copying done by the students, and I'll take you through that. So all you need to do is just get into your Google account, go to your Google Drive. So here it is, your Google Drive is open. So I'll be opening my question paper which I have recently built for the first years for trial run. So all you need to do is open that particular question paper which you have done for the online exam. So this is the mock test for the first BDS which I have created. Now this is the question paper which I have built for the students. Please ensure you capture the email address, student name and register number in each and every online question paper, followed by your MCQs and short answers. Now I have used the same template what we will be using for the online term test, which will be of 15 MCQs and 5 short answers of 2 marks each. Now I have already built the template for the QP, for which I need to associate the proctor. Earlier what we used to do is we used to share this link, the form link, to the student directly so that they can just log in and start attending the MCQs. But if you are using the proctor tool, we will not be sharing this screen or this link. We will be sharing the link which that proctor tool provides us. Now I'll straight away not waste the time. This is for 25 marks or 25 points according to Google, and I want to associate a proctor to this. All I need to do is just go to this 3 buttons here. We have an option something called as add-ons, and I go to this add-ons. So there are so many add-ons. You can always search for an add-on called Timer Plus Proctor. This is the add-on or the tool which I was speaking about. So what are all the capabilities of this tool? I'll be taking you to it shortly. All you need to do is this tool you will have to install. This will ask to log in with your Gmail account and give permission. So all you need to do is log into your correct mail account for which you're creating the question paper, and allow this app to get installed inside that. Now this is done. It shows me installation successful, congratulations. I say okay. Then it also gets me to a video like how I'm going to use this. If you want, you can refer it again, or the same thing I will be sharing it to you now. So as you see, I have installed that tool Timer Press Proctor. I come back to my form. Now I need to go to this add-on and click on Timer Press Proctor. So this will be the first initial screen which will come, like only help option will be available. Why that is, you have to close this form and reopen this form again so that that tool gets incorporated to this form. So I have reopened that, closed and reopened that. I can go to Timer Plus Proctor. Now you can see the settings option available. So all you need to do is go to the settings. So in this settings, we have main option, enable timer and enable proctor, and you can also find the test link. Okay, so this is the link which we'll have to share with the student. All you need to just see is these two things are enabled. Then you can go to the timer and start your timer option here. Now you can select the timer, start date, start time, end date and end time. So what I will do is today is 22nd of April. I'll show you a demo, so that I'll just select this as 22nd April. I want the start time to be 12:43, so I'll do it as 12:45. And end time will be, again we can fix the time, which is again 22nd April, and let it be whatever it is here. For this you can have 30 minutes, you can calculate the time and make sure this is there. This option of auto close test, please do not opt, because once the time is over, it will automatically close the form. The students say if they are in midway or in the finishing stage, everything will get closed. So this you don't need to do anything or check it, because the form will allow the students to go even extra 5 minutes, but it will show in the report saying that extra time taken. Now after this, you can go to the next option called as proctor, in which we call it as tab switching. These are the trackings which the tool will make, which is called as tab switching, camera, microphone and photos at random. Now what exactly is tab switching? Now during the time of your test, the student is trying to open a new tab or open any other screen. The tab switching will be detected and it will be recorded in a file, which will be later on available for us as the report. What camera access is? This form needs a mandatory camera access, in which in the beginning of the test only the application will ask the student to give rights to access the camera and microphone. Now the camera will ask the student to come exactly to the position which the student has to come, and if he is turning here and there, the camera will also say that the person has turned here and there, and this is his trust level. And it also captures the microphone if he is trying to talk to someone, or he is trying to speak to someone on the phone, or somebody else is speaking to him. Those things also will be captured, so that later on at the trust level, if we see, this will show what is the trust level of the student and what and all modes he has used in between his test. So it will also take up random pics of the screens he is using, and if he is some other face is coming on to the webcam, it will show that also. So communication, me after the test, during the test. So nothing should be altered here. Let the communication part be the same. You just need to click on update setting and click on OK. Come to the main screen. Take this link, copy link, and this is the link which we will be sending to the students. Now, as a student, I'll be getting this link. I'll show you as a student what all are the things which I will be asked for accessing. Now I'll close all these things. Now, if suppose the student has got the link and he is trying to open the link through WhatsApp, mobile phone, or a laptop. So you got the link, he's pasting the link. So I'm sorry, as I was testing it with the previous date, I had to update it to the current date, so that this is the first window. As soon as the student logs in, he will be shown like how to take the exam. This we will introduce to the students by ourselves, so no need for teachers to do all these things. And this is just an undertaking by the student that he will not stop sharing his screen. So it is giving him the instruction to not stop the sharing the screen. The screen is going to be captured by this app. So here it is saying entire screen I will take it. So he has to give the access to the app to share the screen. Now the test has started, and you see this option. As I am speaking, it is saying that a noise is detected. Now anyway, the student, as a student, I'm going to start my exam. So as a student, if I have started my exam and I'm going through this question, and you can see if I am trying to cheat here, if suppose I'm copying this and trying to open a new tab or a window, I'm going here and pasting this and asking for an answer. Okay, it shows me some answers in which I'm going to take something or see something. Okay, now I found the answer. I have taken some answers here and doing it. I'm doing some random options selected here. I've done with it. I go to the next section of my test. Now again, if I am not aware of these things, I take my mobile and try to call someone. Hello, dude, can you just tell me the answer of this one? Which one of the following muscle of a palate is inverted by a trigeminal nerve? Okay, levator veli palatina. Okay, thank you, dude. So you see, I call my friend and I have asked the option of the answer, and I'm going through this test. You see, I have opted all the answers. I'm done with this MCQ part. Now again, I don't know this answer. For example, try to find this answer on Google. Okay, I got some answer. I'm taking the same thing. I'm going to this and pasting it. Okay, the similar things I have done, and the student has done this and he is ready to submit it. He has submitted his test, and after that he has to click here, click after submitting the test, and it is saying finish clicking submit button. Have you clicked the submit button at the bottom of the test? If not, do that first and then click this button again. If he is directly going and clicking on submit here on the green side, it will ask him to first submit and then click on submit button. Yes, I have finished submitting. It shows him a test completed. Now comes to the teacher screen. Now as a teacher, I have got the response here for the student. What are all the things he has taken? So the answers, evaluations, everything can be carried with the same method which we followed last year. Individual answers can be done, or a bunch of questions that can be seen. Even straight away, if I want to go to the short answers and start evaluation, you can just evaluate the same procedure. But where is the option of that tool and the report? It straight away comes to your mail. So this is the activity of that particular tool. So this reports are available in this screen. Now you can see that the list will be appearing as on when the students have done whatever they have taken. Now as I have taken this exam from this name and this ID, it shows me start time, submitted, duration taken, what is the trust score. So the trust score is very less for me. Now why? What is this things what I have done? I can just go click on this. I will see attempt is one, device used is the desktop. There is a noise detected and it has captured all the noise which has been seen here. You can see, and you can also play, and you can see whether the person is copied, and it also shows which all windows I have switched. and used. It shows me that switched to a different application for 9 seconds. What was that screenshot? It has taken me the screenshot, and you can also play the audios in between. If you are really fishy about the student, if you feel that he is not a genuine student, you can go through these things, whatever he has used. And this is it for each and every assessment, or for each and every student. The trust score will be available for the staff, and if the trust score goes below 80% or 75%, obviously the marks can also be awarded accordingly. So in this, we are going to ensure that students are aware of the tools what we are using, so that they will avoid cheating. This is the max we can get free of cost. So anyone who's really interested to know the trust level of the scores of the students scored, or the exams whatever he has taken, you can use this tool. So this will be self-proctoring tool, and it will be very effective, and moreover this is free of cost. So this tool can be just added from the add-ons option in the Google Forms. So once you're done with this trustable report, you have the picture of which student has done good and which student has not done really good, all these things, and based on that you can give your scores to the student and follow the same procedure what we followed last time. Okay, so thank you for your patience. I will share this video on the YouTube. So for the course leaders who want to know the trust levels or to proctor the students in this digital based scenarios, you can obviously use this tool, and it is not really mandatory. If someone really wants to use it, they can use it. Otherwise, we will be proctoring students. Thank you.